and gentlemen, listen to me. The loudest person in the room is not always the strongest. The one who wins, the one who rises to the top, is the one who learns to shut out the noise, focus on themselves, and grind in silence. You don't have to announce your greatness. You let your results do the talking. Listen to me. Too many of you are wasting your energy trying to prove to the world who you are instead of actually becoming who you were designed to be. You talk about your dreams. You talk about your goals. You tell everybody what you're going to do. But here's the truth. Talking don't bring results. Discipline does. Silence does. Focus does. You've got to get to a place in your life where you don't need to post every move, but you don't need validation from strangers. You don't need to explain your hustle. Real success, it's built in the dark. It's built when nobody's watching. It's built when you focus on yourself and stay silent. The problem is too many of you are distracted by the noise. Social media noise. Family noise. Friends telling you what you should do, what you can't do. But hear me, when you're truly locked in, you don't hear that noise. You're tuned into a higher frequency, discipline, grind, focus, execution. When I was homeless, I didn't have time to brag. I didn't have time to explain. I had to lock in, stay quiet, and put in the work. And that's what I'm telling you today. Your success is not about who's clapping for you. Your success is about whether you can clap for yourself when nobody else sees you. I need you to understand this. Silence is your secret weapon. The enemy doesn't know your next move if you don't broadcast it. People can't sabotage what they don't see coming. And when you finally step out with results, with proof, with transformation, they won't have anything to say because your results will be louder than their words. So today I challenge you, stop talking, stop posting, stop explaining, start executing, start focusing, start grinding. Because in the end, the ones who make history are the ones who let their results speak volumes. Focus on yourself, stay silent, and let your success make the noise. Silence protects, focus builds. Listen to me, write this down. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strength. Silence is protection. Some of you think if you're not telling people your business, if you're not bragging about your moves, you're falling behind. No, you're falling behind because you're spending too much time talking about the grind instead of grinding. Do you understand that silence keeps your vision safe? Every time you open your mouth and tell the wrong people what you're working on, you invite doubt, jealousy, negativity, and distraction. Not everybody around you wants to see you win. Some people clap for you in public, but compete with you in private. That's why you need to learn how to focus on yourself and stay silent. You know, when I started this journey, I had to learn this the hard way. I told people my dreams, and they laughed at me. I told them I wanted to speak all over the world, inspire millions. And they said, you can't even pay your bills. But you know what? I learned I don't owe them an explanation. I don't owe them proof in the moment. What I owe them is success that speaks for itself. Let me give you a principle, okay? League of focus turns pain into power. Silence turns power into progress. When you're silent, you can hear your own thoughts. You can hear your inner voice saying, you don't quit, keep going, stay locked in. But when you're talking too much, when you're explaining yourself to people who don't care, you drown out that inner voice. You hear me? You've got arter-seat hours in a day. You don't have time to waste convincing people to believe in you. You need every ounce of that energy to invest in you, your mindset, your discipline, your craft, your health, your grind. That's the real investment. See, some of you love being loud because you want validation. You want people to know you're working. But let me tell you, the lion doesn't roar while hunting. The lion moves in silence until it's time to strike. And when the lion strikes, everybody hears about it. That's how you need to move. Stop telling people your dreams. Stop begging them to clap. Stop trying to prove you're great. Just go prove it to yourself first. Build that body in silence. Build that business in silence. Work on that craft in silence. Pray, meditate, grind, and when it's time, your results will shock everybody who doubted you. And let me be clear, staying silent doesn't mean being passive. It doesn't mean sitting still. No, silence means you're so locked in that the outside world doesn't get access to your process. They only get access to your product. So for this next season, here's your challenge. Cut the noise. Less talking, less posting, more doing. Focus daily. Train your mind, train your habits, train your body. Stay silent. Protect your energy. Protect your dreams. Protect your vision. Because if you can master the art of silence, if you can master the discipline of focus, you will become unstoppable. And the day you show up with the results, everybody will realize your silence was never weakness. Your silence was strategy. Focus on yourself. Stay silent and let your work scream for you. Lost into me. Some of you are so close to breaking through, but you're distracted by things that don't even matter. Hear me. Focus is not just about what you do. It's about what you refuse to do. You keep saying, I'm grinding, I'm hustling. But every time your phone buzzes, you check it. Every time someone posts, you scroll. Every time somebody asks what you're working on, you stop your grind to explain yourself. Let me ask you, how can you expect to win when your attention is everywhere except where it needs to be? Winner, write this down. Distraction is the enemy of destiny, and the greatest weapon against distraction is silence. You see, when you stay silent, you're not wasting energy explaining your process. You're not defending your decisions to people who don't care. You're not spending hours arguing with doubters. No, you're taking that same energy and reinvesting it into yourself. That's focus. When I was sleeping in abandoned buildings, I had a choice. I could complain about it, tell everybody how hard my life was, or I could shut my mouth, get up every morning, and keep grinding. Guess what I did? I stayed silent. I focused, and my silence turned into progress. My progress turned into success. Some of you are losing because you're too loud about your struggle. You're telling everybody your problems, but you're not telling yourself the solution. Focus means you redirect that energy back to you. Think about an archer. When they pull back the bow, they don't talk. They don't move. They don't get distracted. They breathe. They silence everything around them, and then they release. That's what focus looks like. That's what silence does. It gives you power, precision, and accuracy. So let me give you some steps to master focus. Cut toxic people. If they don't push you closer to your goal, they're pulling you away from it. Set clear goals daily. Write them down. Wake up knowing exactly what today's mission is. Control your environment. If your space is full of noise, negativity, or temptation, you're setting yourself up to fail. Protect your silence. Stop telling people what you're working on. Stop posting every move. Protect your vision until it's strong enough to stand on its own. And hear me, staying silent doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're patient. It means you trust the process. It means you're strong enough to build in private until you're unshakable in public. Look, your dreams don't need an audience yet. They need discipline. They need consistency. They need you focused, locked in, and working when nobody's watching. Stop worrying about people who don't believe in you. Stop wasting your time proving them wrong. Prove yourself right. Build in silence. Focus on yourself, and when it's time, you won't have to say a word. Your results will announce you before you even walk in the room. Stay disciplined. Stay quiet. Stay focused. Because at the end of the day, the loudest noise in the room is success. And success is built by people who focus on themselves and stay silent. Silence is the seed. Focus is the growth. You don't listen to me. Listen to me. If you plant a seed in the ground and you dig it up every day to see if it's growing, you'll kill it. Some of you are killing your dreams because you keep exposing them too soon. You keep talking about them, showing them off, asking people if they believe in them. Stop digging up your seed. Stop broadcasting your grind. Let your dream grow in silence. See, silence is where growth happens. Focus is where progress happens. Too many of you want applause before you've even done the work. You want recognition before you've put in the hours. You want the reward without the routine. But let me tell you something. Greatness grows underground before it ever shows above the surface. Success is like bamboo. For years, nothing happens. You water it, you nurture it, you focus, you stay silent. And everybody else thinks you're wasting your time. But then, boom, it shoots up and grows past your feet in weeks. That's how your success will look if you stay disciplined. But only if you can shut your mouth, protect your process, and keep focusing when nobody believes in you. I need you to understand, silence is not emptiness. Silence is strategy. When you stay quiet, you give your energy to the grind, not to gossip. You give your power to building, not to bragging. Let me break it down for you. You know, silence saves your energy. Every time you argue with a doubter, you waste energy you could have used to build. Silence protects your vision. People can't sabotage what they don't know about. Silence protects your vision. People can't sabotage what they don't know about. Silence sharpens your focus. When you're not talking, you're listening to your inner voice, listening to your goals, listening to God. You don't need everybody to see the process. You don't need everybody to understand your grind. You don't even need them to believe. All you need is laser focus and consistent action. Stop seeking validation. Stop looking for approval. Stop asking people if you're good enough. If you woke up today, you're good enough. If you've still got breath in your body, you're worthy of success. But you've got to focus on yourself and let your silence be the soil where your success takes root. And let me say this, silence doesn't mean isolation. It means prioritization. It means you're smart enough to cut out the noise so you can hear what really matters. It means you value your dream enough to protect it until it's strong enough to stand in the storm. Hear me. Your results will always be louder than your excuses. Your discipline will always speak louder than your doubts. Your success will always shout louder than your silence. So for now, close your mouth, open your mind, and put in the work. Stay quiet. Stay focused. Water your seed daily with discipline, consistency, and sacrifice. And when the time comes, the world won't be able to ignore you. Your silence will have built something undeniable. Protect your energy. Build in silence. You, listen to me. You can't give your energy to everything and expect to have enough left over for your dream. Some of you are exhausted, not because you're working too hard on your goals, but because you're giving your focus to the wrong things. You're leaking energy. You're talking too much. You're explaining yourself too much. You're defending your vision too much. Winner, write this down. The loud drain their energy. The silent preserve it. When you focus on yourself and stay silent, you conserve the most important resource you've got, your energy. Energy to wake up early. Energy to push through obstacles. Energy to discipline yourself when your feelings don't match your goals. But when you're out here talking, explaining, arguing, proving, listen to me. You're burning fuel you need for the journey. Stop wasting energy convincing people who don't even believe in themselves. If they quit on their dream, of course they'll doubt yours. That's not your problem. Protect your energy. Stay silent. Let me give you my story. When I was grinding to get that degree after being a high school dropout, I didn't broadcast it. I didn't tell the world, look at me. I'm back in school. I stayed quiet. I stayed focused. And when I walked across that stage, when they put that degree in my hand, that was the announcement. My success spoke louder than any words could. Some of you, your problem is you announced too early. You announced the workout plan before you built the body. You announced the business before you built the system. You announced the lifestyle before you built the discipline. Stop announcing. Start executing. Understand, focus is not glamorous. Focus is not flashy. Focus is lonely, repetitive, and quiet. It's waking up when nobody sees you. It's working while everybody else is partying. It's studying when others are sleeping. It's being silent, disciplined, and consistent until your time comes. And let me tell you, when you stay consistent, the results will make the noise for you. The transformation will be undeniable. The success will demand attention. You won't have to explain. You won't have to defend. You won't have to convince. But it takes patience. It takes discipline. It takes learning to protect your vision from negativity, from distraction, from energy drainers. So here's your challenge for this season. At your circle. Who's draining you? Who's doubting you? Who's distracting you? Cut it off. Protect your energy. Lock in your daily grind. 1 hour every day for your body. 1 hour for your mind. 1 hour for your craft. Non-negotiable. Go private. No more broadcasting your process. Show the world your progress instead. Stay silent. Stay focused. Protect your energy. Because in this life, the ones who win are the ones who can go underground, grind, and come back with something undeniable. Remember, your words don't build your future. Your discipline does. Your silence does. Your focus does. Let your grind talk for you. Silence builds strength. Focus creates freedom. Listen to me. Everybody wants freedom, but nobody wants the discipline it takes to get there. Everybody wants success, but nobody wants the silence it takes to build it. Hear me clearly. Your strength is built in silence. Your freedom is created by focus. See, the world is loud. Everybody's talking. Everybody's showing. Everybody's faking. And you're scrolling through it every day. And scroll the darks. And you're scrolling through it every day. Comparing yourself to people who don't even have what they claim to have. You're comparing your grind to their highlight reel. And that's why you're losing focus. Stop looking at them. Start looking at you. Stop worrying about their noise. Start building in your silence. When I was homeless, I wasn't telling the world, hey, I'm sleeping in abandoned buildings. I was too busy fighting to survive. Too busy trying to eat. Too busy trying to study. Too busy trying to rebuild my life. Nobody saw that part. But I didn't need them to. I needed in me to stay focused, to stay silent, to keep pushing when life kept knocking me down. And that's the lesson. Your process is not for public display. It's for private growth. It's for you to become strong enough, disciplined enough, consistent enough to handle the success when it comes. Listen to me. Silence is where strength is born. When you're silent, you can hear your hunger. You can hear your pain. You can hear your calling. But when you're loud, when you're always explaining, when you're always posting, you drown out the very voice that's supposed to guide you to greatness. Not gonna break this down. Focus is freedom. When you're focused, you're no longer a slave to distractions. You're no longer controlled by what people think. You're free to chase your dream with everything you've got. But here's the truth. Freedom costs discipline. You've got to sacrifice comfort. You've got to sacrifice validation. You've got to sacrifice that need to prove yourself to everybody. Stay silent. Stay focused. And use that energy to master your craft. Let me give you 3 keys to freedom through focus. Control your attention. Stop giving your focus to people who don't matter. Put it back on your grind. Commit to the process. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Put in daily deposits until your account is too full to be ignored. Conserve your energy. Silence isn't just about not speaking. It's about not wasting your time, not wasting your focus, not wasting your gift. Some of you are carrying around a Ferrari engine inside of you, but you're stuck in traffic because you keep stopping to explain to pedestrians where you're going. Forget that. Hit the gas. Stay silent. Stay focused. Let your speed, let your results, let your destination speak for itself. Success is not built by the loud. It's built by the locked in. It's built by the ones who can go underground, put in the work, and come back so strong that the world can't ignore them. Stay silent, stay disciplined, stay focused. Because when you learn to master those 3, you don't just build success, you build freedom. Silence is sacrifice. Focus is survival. Listen to me. Some of you want success, but you're not willing to make the sacrifices success requires. You want to shine, but you don't want the silence. You want the stage, but you don't want the struggle. Hear me. Silence is sacrifice, and focus is survival. See, when you stay silent, you sacrifice attention. You sacrifice applause. You sacrifice validation. But that sacrifice, that's what makes room for discipline. That's what creates the space for mastery. That's what sharpens your edge while everyone else is dull from distraction. Let me make this plain. You cannot win if you need to be seen. The ones who win are the ones who can go invisible for a season, grind in the dark, and reappear so sharp, so strong, so powerful that the world has no choice but to respect them. When I was getting up at 10 a.m. to grind, nobody saw it. Nobody clapped. Nobody cared. When I was failing, when I was hurting, when I was fighting my demons, I stayed quiet. I focused. And that's why I can stand here today. Because my silence built a foundation no storm could shake. Hey, some of you are addicted to being seen. You want to prove to everybody that you're working, that you're grinding. But let me tell you, being seen is not the goal. Being successful is the goal. And success comes from silence, God's focus, consistency. Let's be real. Life is hard. Obstacles will test you. People will doubt you. Environments will challenge you. And if you don't have focus, if you don't have discipline, if you don't have the strength that silence builds, you won't survive it. Focus is survival. Focus keeps you from quitting when it gets tough. Focus reminds you why you started when the pain hits. Focus locks your eyes on the finish line when everything around you says stop. Now here's the formula. Sacrifice distractions. Stop giving time to things that don't pay you back. Social media, gossip, negative conversations. Cut IT. Sacrifice approval. Stop waiting for people to clap. Half of them don't want you to win anyway. Sacrifice comfort. Growth doesn't live in comfort. Silence is where you sharpen your discipline. And let me tell you this, the silence that feels lonely today will become the strength that carries you tomorrow. The focus that feels heavy today will become the freedom that lifts you tomorrow. Stay silent. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Sacrifice what doesn't serve you so you can survive what's coming and thrive in what's waiting. Let your results do the talking. Listen talking. Listen to me. We've spent hours together talking about silence, talking about focus, talking about discipline. And now it's time to bring it all home. If you don't remember anything else I've said today, remember this. Your results will always speak louder than your words. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to argue with doubters. Your results will shut every mouth. Your results will silence every critic. Your results will prove what your words never could. Jainter, write this down. Dreams don't respond to noise. Dreams respond to work. Success doesn't answer to talking. Success answers to grind. Some of you are in a season right now where you feel unseen, unheard, unnoticed. You feel like nobody believes in you. Nobody supports you. Nobody's clapping for you. Good. That's the best season you can ever be in. Because that's the season where you stop performing for people and you start building for yourself. That's the season where you stop needing applause and you start demanding results. That's the season where you stop talking and you start becoming, when you stay silent, when you stay focused, you're dangerous. Why? Because nobody sees you coming. Nobody knows the fire you've been building in private. Nobody knows the battles you've been fighting in silence. And when you finally show up, when you finally walk into your destiny, you won't need to announce yourself. Your results will be the announcement. Let me make this personal. I was homeless, broken, invisible. Nobody knew my name. But I stayed focused. I stayed silent. I studied. I worked. I sacrificed. And now, millions know my name. But it wasn't my mouth that built this life. It was my grind. It was my discipline. It was my silence that made my success undeniable. And I need you to lock this in right now. Your silence is not weakness. Your silence is wisdom. Your silence is strategy. You're protecting your vision. You're protecting your energy. You're protecting your destiny. So here's your last challenge. You stop announcing. Let your progress be your proof. Stay locked in. One day at a time. One discipline at a time. One victory at a time. Let the world catch up. Don't chase validation. Let them see the results when they're ready to shine. Hear me. Focus on yourself. Stay silent. Grind relentlessly. And when it's time, you won't have to say a word. Your success will be so loud, the whole world will hear it. Stay silent. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. And let your results do the talking. Because at the end of the day, talk is temporary, but results echo forever. Don't just hear this message and go back to life as usual. Don't just get hyped for a moment. Turn that energy into action. You've got a dream. You've got a vision. You've got goals, and they are waiting on you to stop talking and start doing. Right now is your time, not tomorrow, not next week, not when the conditions are perfect. Today, right now. I need you to focus on yourself. I need you to stay silent. I need you to grind like your future depends on it. Because it does. If this message hit you, if it woke something up inside of you, don't just sit there. Move her. Go execute. Go take one step. Go take massive action. And when you do, I promise you, your life will never be the same. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Stay silent. And let your results speak. Now go out there and dominate.